close one. I didn't feel like driving like 2.5 hours out and turning around tomorrow or the next day, driving or Wednesday driving 2.5 hours back. You know, I got that job interview on Thursday.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Montana 2 East.
So, we're gonna try this one. I've never been there. It's half an hour out. And it's got unmaintained roads and whatnot, so that should be pretty cool. Hopefully, we'll be the only ones there. That'll be nice.
Turn left onto Montana 2 East.
We'll see what happens. I'll check back in when we get there. Well, this is what I usually see. Camera doesn't do it justice. You know, I watch these videos after I edit them and I'm like, kind of looks kind of bland, you know, but when you see it in person, you're like, oh my gosh, just awesome. Now we're gonna squirrel away up here in the mountains a little bit. It's gonna take us a little over half an hour to go about 10 miles. So, should be fun. See a bunch of these roadside picnic areas. I've been through here before. When I first got here, this is like one of my first little trips that I did once I moved in. I didn't have a U-Haul trailer. I was tagging around everywhere. But this tucks away up in the mountains, and it was just beautiful. Just going through stuff like this reminds me so much of being up in Colorado, up in the mountains. And just that mountain air and everything. Same thing applies up here. Just so similar. I've got a buddy, he does a lot of hunting, like bow hunting and stuff like that. This next season, I'll get my bow up and tuned and probably get it restrung and get my license. I'll go bow hunting with him. He knows a lot of good off the beaten trail spots to go hunt. She has her head hanging out, that tail's always going. It's hilarious. Oh, that area's closed. That stinks. That looks pretty cool. There's a lot of these areas that are like state and federally ran, but a lot of them are seasonal. They don't open them up during the winter time, and apparently a lot of things open up after Memorial Day out here. I guess that's when all the tourists come out. All right, I'm gonna pay attention and slow her down and enjoy the trip. This is pretty cool. This is part of the twisty turning going up through the pass. Last time I came up through here, it was all snowed over. It's pretty cool. went around Yellowstone moving up here, and what was it that I think it was the southwestern side of Yellowstone. I believe that was it. Kind of reminds me of like this, and I was pulling that U-Haul, and you know, these little Jeeps, they don't have engine brakes or anything, but I was gearing it down, let some of the motor do a lot of the work instead of just riding brakes, but I was going pretty slow. Had a line of cars, so I was able to pull off at one of the pull-off areas and let everybody pass, but it was beautiful like this, you know, just a 2-lane road. Someone behind me now, but I don't care. I'm not in a hurry. I'm traveling the safe speed limit. Definitely a beautiful country to come visit. Hiking trails all through here. One of my customers when I was working for T-Mobile, he wants to do some hiking this spring and summer, and I told him to give me a call. I'd definitely be down to do that. It's always easier when you have someone that is from here, you know, and that you want to go with. This is more like it. Stay on roads and trails. Got the reviews of this place. It says the road was poorly maintained and cars were bottoming out. So for me, that spells fun. Challenge accepted. It says everything's kind of unmarked too, so this ought to be interesting. But I think we stay on this road for a few miles. Pretty good amount of deadfall down there. That's good. Hopefully there's more around there. I can cut up some of that. Oh, shovel and water. Yeah, we got that. Shovel in a bucket. There's one. Okay. I see how they do this. Awesome. All right. See, stuff like this kind of intrigues me. Like, all right, what's up there? You know, is that like another camping area? It's kind of like Choose Your Own Adventure. For those of you old enough to remember those books. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's firewood out here. I like that. All right. Because I need a fire. I'm going to make some fire starting stuff. I need a campfire to do it. Kind of looking for a spot off the beaten trail, so to say, but maybe the further up we go, the better it'll be. It's pretty cool. It's 58 degrees right now. It's going to drop here in a few hours. Actually, probably less than that. It's going to tuck away behind those mountains pretty soon. There's another little road. It's kind of cool. It says to stay on the roads and trails. I guess if it's a road, it's just not heavily trafficked like the main. Look at this. Oh, that. Let me see. This might work. Might come back to this one. Campfire ring right there. Can set up, tie off the tarps right there. If it rains, got some good drainage. Or I could even go up there. Yeah, this may not be bad at all. No, I'm not going to go through that. All right. I went ahead and dumped it in full-wheel drive. Disconnected the sway bar. Some better flex. Looks like. Get up here a little bit. That last one was a pretty good spot, though. I don't want to travel that. I don't want to break the rules. Missy, you're gonna get a face full of mud. You're gonna get a face full of mud. Whatever. You do you. Yeah, it's gorgeous up here. This would be fun in the wintertime. Do some snow camping. See, this is what I moved up here for. Stuff like this. I know I'm probably crazy, but this is kind of like what I would like to get to my house. It's kind of a decently maintained road that you know, I maintain myself, but yeah, look at this. Pop this sucker back and forth. All right. Oh shit. All right, hang on. Let me put this down. Now I'm back. Yeah, sorry. Steering on snow with one hand, you know, and there's this side like that, just doesn't sit well with me. To put you guys down, I just dropped it in 4 low and put on my rear locker and just crawled on through it, sticking to the right, to the hillside. But anyway, yeah, so I would like my dream moving up here was to find a few acres kind of in the middle of nowhere. Doesn't have to be huge, just I want it secluded. And I was just wanting to build, I was going to build a little efficiency cabin, like, I don't know, 800 square foot, you know, just enough for me and Missy, and wanted to do like a kind of like, man, I wanted to kind of do a root cellar or something like that, to where, you know, I can stuff and just store it down there in a cool area and not really have to worry about much. Just trying to go back to the old ways of living and not being dependent on all this technology and what have you. You know, like, yeah, having the internet would be nice, but man, remember we used to live without it. And oh, look at that. It's hard to tell. It kind of steep. Pretty cool. You know, life was so much easier before the internet and before cell phones and stuff. It was more fun. Like, it just felt like you dreamed more. And now that, you know, the internet's prevalent in our everyday life in every aspect, and cell phones, no one goes without a cell phone. You know, it's just kind of like, I don't know, I just find myself not really dreaming that much anymore. It's just, you know, kind of like, you know, I wonder where that goes. Someone's been up there. No, I don't want to tear it up. You know, I don't know. I know some of you understand what I'm saying, and some of you probably have no idea. But for you people my age and older, it just seems like it was more fun back then. It seems like these days aren't that fun. And that's kind of why I moved up here, just to get away from it. Oh man, hang on, look at this. Look at that. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine that being your view from your front porch? Goodness. What'd you think, Missy? She's checking it out too. She's like, man. She's like, you know how many sniffs are down there? She's like, I could sniff forever. Anyway, yeah, when I was growing up, we had a little pop-up camper, and every August for 2 weeks, we would drive from Texas and we'd go to Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona. And my dad just always knew these little campgrounds, like just off the beaten paths. You know, they all ran on the honor system, where you put your cash in a little envelope and dumped it in this little box in the campground. It's pretty cool. But I got to see so much growing up, and hiking around, and just got to be a kid. It was just so much fun, and just really want to kind of go back to that fun, and just doing stuff, not sitting behind a TV or a computer all day. And you know, because before you know it, life slips away. It's hard to believe I've already been retired over a decade now. You know, it's been, let's see, 10, It's been 12 years since I've been retired from the Army, and it just feels like, golly, it's beautiful. Look at that. It just feels like it's just slipped away. And, you know, it's kind of like, I think about it and I'm like, man, what do I have to show for those 12 years? And, you know, when I really think about it, not a whole lot. So it makes me really want to make the next 12 years really count. And unfortunately, it seems like our world is getting to where we can do less and less. All right, is that a path? No. I mean, that'd be pretty cool up there. You know what? All right, I'm gonna put you guys down. I'm gonna climb up this. Oh man, look at this, guys. It went like straight up the hill. And I mean, it looked like a trail to me. People have been up here, and there's a little fire ring. I don't know what's further up there, but this is kind of a nice little beautiful area. Thinking I might, dang, I wish I had some tent poles so I don't have to rely on a tree. You know, maybe something like right over here. Yeah, I might tie off those that tarp. And clear out some of this. I'm going to cut some of this up for firewood. Clean this area up. Leave it nicer than I found it. I think there's a bottle somewhere. I've got trash bags. Yeah, there's some trash. Shotgun shells and whatnot. I'll clean all this stuff up. And it's kind of like what you do. Is that all broken glass? What a bunch of idiots, yes. This is a thing that ticks me off about people. Like, I guess they're shooting beer bottles. Like, why? Why would you do that? Why be a jerk? Hey. Oh, that's a little, thinking about tent stakes, or tent poles. I'll make something. Anyway, yeah, I think I found camp. So I'm gonna make sure I'm not missing anything. You having fun? You like it? Yeah? She gets to be a dog. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little too shady for my taste. Oh, there is a fire ring though. Oops. Don't fall. That's a little one. Kind of like being out in the sun. I'm gonna be able to catch more sun when it comes up. It's a little too shady. Yeah, I'm just gonna go down there. It's cool. What I might do is get up early tomorrow, cook some breakfast, and I don't know, maybe pack everything up and go further up the trail. Seems like this goes back there quite a ways. I didn't download any sat maps before I left. Missy, come on. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, over here. Come on, let's go. Should have downloaded some sat maps. I was only sitting at the house waiting all afternoon. But, okay, cool. Well, this is a kind of a good to know little local area. And man, to get up here, it was steep. I wish I had a little window mount or something where I could just mount the camera. See if I can't rig something up for the way down. But I had 4 low, I had front rear axle locked, sway bar disconnected, and just crawling on up. But little old Jeep, I mean, as loaded down as she is, she just chugged right along, so that's good. All right, guys, I'm gonna get this fire going and start getting this place cleaned up and putting together this tarp. Got a little bit of sunlight left. Maybe like 45 minutes. Alrighty. See you in a bit. Got a fire going. Just gonna get some nice coals and start making this fire starter. Oh, Missy. I cheated. Brought a chair and a table. Yeah, I'm just gonna rig up a tarp on the side of the Jeep and then fold this one up. It's got tears all in it. I'm just gonna fold it up and use it as a ground bedding. I got blankets and whatnot. You know, if it rains, it shouldn't be too bad up here. But might get some evening shower, but that's about it. Let's see, got plenty of deadfall, so I really don't have to cut up much. I got my little handsaw, and yeah, it's kind of, look at that, just doggone beautiful, man. I like this place. On top, yep. Yeah, this would be a good tent area too. Maybe when I get a tent, come back up here. But anyway, alrighty. I still got work to do. Alright. I'm gonna call that probably good enough. If need be, I get some 550 cord out and I'll tighten this up. Loosen these a little bit and tighten it up against the Jeep better, but for all intents and purposes right now, it's all I need. Not fancy. Yeah, start trying to get some good coals going. But yeah, no oak trees in sight, so just gonna have to make do with these pines. But I've got the Dutch oven. Like to heat it up and get it seasoned and start some dinner. The sun will be going down here in a little bit. Let's find that tree right now. Yeah, I tried to, so, you know, I like doing the shakedown camping because you find out like some of the stuff goes bad. Like my radio here, put fresh batteries in it and it no worky. And I don't store batteries in it. It worked when I put it away. Now, when I get home, I'll take it apart, see if I can fix it, like this little guy. But I'm sure there's better things out there. I'm just cheap. I already own it. Might as well be able to use it. All right. Get my coffee pot out, get that going. And, yep. Solo. I did kind of cheat. I brought a pillow. I ain't gonna lie. Usually I just have like a dirty clothes bag and just drop a couple pairs of jeans in it. That's what I did out in South Korea when we were camping all through the mountains. When we'd be out there in the field for weeks on end. As light infantry, I'd always have my dirty clothes laundry and I'd use that as a pillow. But yeah, I'm getting soft. So an actual pillow it is, which is now the camping pillow. All right, back to work. So Missy's bowl doubles as a Frisbee. Come on, bring it over here. Come on, bring it over here. Ah. She's too excited. Come on, bring it. Come on, girl. Bring it. You want your food? Bring it. Bring it. Come on. You want your food? Says you can't play with your food. Oh, your food bowl. Get it. Come on, bring it over here. Missy, come on. Bring it. Come on, let's get your food. Come on. Come on. All right, well, you're just not going to eat. I don't care. You know, she's having fun. It's good that she can be a dog for a little bit. Come on. Come on, bring it here. Good girl. Good girl, bring it. Ah. Come on, you want your food? You want your food? Bring it. Bring it so we can get your food. Get it. She's chasing everything now. Get it. Get it so we can get your food. Get it, Missy. Get it. Don't bonk your head. Get it. Good girl. Bring it. Bring it. You're just having too much fun. Yes, you are. Here, I'll help you out. Well, we found this Frisbee last time at our last camping spot. So, turns out she likes Frisbees. So I guess I'll be buying her Frisbees now. All right, it's feeding time. Sit. Hey, good girl. Down. Good. Okay, let's get you fed.